All right, everybody, welcome back to the Titans Table for Two in the two-tone blue. That's Andrew.
And that's Christian.
And we got a lot to talk about. The draft was last week, and we're going to get into it when we come back. All right, what's up, everybody? We got a lot to get into. I haven't been with you since the draft. A lot of drama going on. Seems to be one topic that everybody's kind of focused in on. But we still remember Cam Ward, man. We still going to give him his moment, man, baby. It's not all about one guy. It's about number one here in Nashville, baby. And we're going to talk about that, too. What numbers the man going to be wearing. What you think, man, about everything that went on?
Yeah, I really like the draft. I like the trade back at 35. I wanted Luther Burden, but it seems, they really had their mindset on a certain type of guy. And
I think they did well with what they got for the trade if they weren't going to
to get a third back. And I don't think he fit.
I think some people question maybe the Shamir DK pick a little bit, but Gunnar Helm was awesome.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is because everybody loved the Alec Aomanor pick. And I think if you would have swapped DK and Aomanor, everybody would have been happy, because everybody wanted Aomanor at that pick and would have been cool with DK. But you got both guys though, and so that whole fourth round was just pass catchers.
Let's just kind of go by pick, I guess. Obviously, the first one is what it is, right?
Cam Ward, we all know about that.
But then that would bring in Olade, who I have trouble with that. If I'm looking at it, I can say it, but I'm not looking at it.
Oluwafemi Oladejo.
Yeah, if I'm looking at
Oluwafemi
Oladejo. Yeah, see, if I'm reading it, I can say it.
Landon Jackson was there at that
big upside right there, though. For
we're talking about a cat that hasn't even played edge for a year. He switched over to edge like 2 games into the season last year. Has a lot of speed. He has strength to quickness. He has all that. It's just he's gonna have a lot to learn as someone who hasn't played the position. But someone who's played linebacker, you feel a little bit better if they're going with a multiple front. He drops back into coverage a little bit or something like that. But yeah, it's a lot of tools you like to see. Like I said, just not the most seasoned guy, but that's okay. He has a chance.
And I was a little disappointed when we traded back, I guess, because I wanted one of those wide receivers that was still up there. But like I said, with what we did, Oladejo, Winston, and then I guess it would be Gunnar Helm next.
No, the Chimere would be the next one.
Chimere, yeah, that's right. And then so it ended up being a pretty good weekend, actually. And actually everybody, we'll get into it, I guess, a little bit, but everybody I'm seeing as far as experts or draft pundits have given Titans very, very good grades for the entire draft. So
I think everything from B to A+. Yeah, I think. No one will know because we're not in that draft room. I think their guy was Jaden Higgins, honestly. And then he went the pick before them, and they were like, okay, we could trade back here, and I don't think. Obviously Luther Burden, a lot of people passed on him. So, like I said, I don't think he had that like leadership quality they looked at, or that just love football. All they care about is football kind of thing. Someone they didn't think would come in and help change the culture. They wanted to right away. But yeah, after Olu.
Well, and another thing that we forgot to talk about last week when we started the draft live stream is the Tyler Lockett pickup. That affected things probably a little bit.
I think that was
to mention that last week. What's that?
I think that was a huge pickup, and he just already seems like a great teammate and a great guy. Congratulating every single pick.
We're probably looking at what now? You're probably looking at Calvin Ridley, obviously, as your one. And then who's your two?
Lockett, I guess.
Lockett, I guess, is your two, and then Eilick, I guess, maybe slides into your three.
You think? Yeah, you got Van Jefferson that got signed, but I don't think his spot's solidified if these rookies.
No, not at all. He's a veteran for sure. He's more of a locker room guy, right? I feel like he's kind of a guy more to keep the.
But then you got
help bring the young guys along.
So you got those three. You got DK,
deep threat, a little bit of a deep threat.
Aomanor, Xavier Restrepo was signed as an undrafted free
Restrepo is
agent.
another one. Yeah, we get into that.
We talked about drafting him, and now he was a free agent signing.
We really changed that wide receiver room in the course of a weekend. So it's really interesting to see.
I like Bryce Oliver. Traylon Burks is still there.
He's still there. You know me. I don't want to talk about Traylon Burks anymore.
He's still in that room.
He got put into one of the worst situations he possibly could have been here, man. I feel bad for him. It's not to crap on him, but Traylon Burks' train has left town a long time ago for me.
Yeah.
I wish the great for him, though. I hate it for him. I do. I really do. I'm not trying to be a jerk. But to get into the Gunnar Helm thing real quick, selfishly, I'm just nitpicking here because I've been saying forever that we needed a change at that tight end position, big time. The tight end position has been kind of stagnant for us since those Delaney Walker days, and but Jack Sawyer was sitting right there, and selfishly, that's a guy that I've kind of liked all year. I'm an Ohio State fan, but he's an awesome player. So I'm happy either way. But if I am nitpicking, I did see him sitting there, and I was sad a little bit. But we did already get our edge rush, kind of early on. But yeah, I think
if you do leave the draft, like that's still the one position where we still could use. Obviously there's depth is huge and stuff like that, but that's the one where you're like, we definitely might need another starter right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
I'd love them to go get like a veteran edge or something like that.
I think we have to, honestly. We said for a while that we may need to. We were going to pick up 2 via the draft or free agents, one way or the other. Trade somehow or another. Two at that position needed to be acquired.
Yeah.
And we skipped over Kevin Winston as well. One that some people maybe didn't want to take a shot on, but kind of a steal. Actually.
Yeah, for real. Because obviously he only played like a game and like a quarter of a game last year.
Some injuries, stuff come up. Yep. He got injured pretty early though, so we should see him. He should be ready to go.
Guy that if he hadn't gotten hurt was probably back into the first round pick, probably the second.
Oh, absolutely! Taken. It's a first rounder for sure with that injury.
Ran a 4.5 right off of like a 4.4, like a 4.45, 4.5, depending on who timed it. 6 months after a torn ACL at his pro day, the same pro day that Abdul Carter didn't work out at because of his foot. So,
right, absolutely.
So I think that's a steal. And you feel really good about depth there because you signed Xavier Woods too. So a great depth piece, and he has the time to get back to 100%. He's running 40s. You feel good about it already, though. Yeah. Then top of the first, it was the first pick of the 4th round was DK. 6 foot 6'1" in that range, a 4.3, 40-yard dash. That's something this team has been missing for a long time. Is speed.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
He loves that deep. Down the field crosser, who likes to throw that ball,
absolutely.
With Cam Ward, the Gunnar Helm. I think I would have loved Jack Sawyer too, but I'm not going to hate on Gunnar Helm because I like the Gunnar Helm pick.
No, I'll take it either way. But I was really salivating when he was there at that point in the draft. That was good value for Jack Sawyer.
What I really like about Gunnar, Wiley, and Chig together, they all kind of bring you something different,
Yeah.
Gunnar
Helm's got potential to be. I hate to do these kind of comparisons, but I don't know who else that I can think of off the top of my head. But he's got some Kelsey stuff going on with the. He's not the fastest. He's not the most athletic, but he has this ability to get open,
and get yards after the catch, and
good at running routes and stuff. And big guy
Chig with like the speed, and you can almost spread Chig out sometimes. Wiley just a big 6'7", just a huge target, and can move really well for a guy who's 6'7" too. So they all kind of give you a little some. I would say Gunner's probably the best blocker already out of all of them.
Yeah, and that's kind of something I think was needed a little bit too. We were missing kind of that tight end that could put the hand down in the dirt a little bit,
And then A.O. Manor kind of gives you the ability to play either of the outside positions. Jim can kind of like he is like maybe ends up being your slot guy, but he can play all three. But I mean, it's been talked about. It's been said. He got drafted. His best game was against who? Travis Hunter playing corner against him.
Yeah, that's been a lot talked about that. Yeah, absolutely.
So
that was the first thing people seem to remember.
a guy that can really go up and get the ball.
Well, guess what? They're going to be seeing each other a lot. So
yeah,
it's going to be fun to see.
Round 5, you get the Jackson Slater.
Jackson Slater, of Sacramento.
Dude, athletic freak. Like he's like his. I think his RAS was the athletic score they get for all the combine stuff. It's like a 9 something.
Right.
And he's a freak. Have you seen him lift weights? Like he made.
Yeah, I was watching video on all these guys this week, especially the guys like after Gunnar Helm. You know, I was somewhat familiar with the name Iamor, or whatever. I can't even say the name.
I say it differently every time I say it.
Those first 5 picks I'm pretty aware of, but then after that, I kind of have to do a little bit more research, you know. But
yeah, it's kind of how it goes.
Obviously, that's what you do. You go watch all the highlight videos after you.
Yeah, but yeah, dude's a freak.
I'll never forget looking at that Chris Johnson highlight film because I had never heard of this cat out of ECU.
You know what? You know that one guy. I've watched that highlight video not that long ago because it still just jumps off the page. This is the one highlight video, and I thought this guy was going to be amazing. Was the running back Chris Henry that we drafted? He looked like Derrick Henry. I used to love watching.
He got rocked into next week one day, and that was it for him.
Yeah, it was a kickoff return against the Colts, and just
he didn't want to play football anymore or something after that because
he looked like Derrick Henry, but did not play like Derrick Henry because he was like
famous
the same
for all the wrong reasons,
man.
But he was like Travis Henry and freaking Chris Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
Just in one body
without the actual talent. But then the next pick you get Marcus Harris. I think that's a special teams pick, but he does his strength is in man-to-man coverage, so you like that. But you know, that's someone who's going to get thrown to the fire immediately for sure. You got Jarvis, Sneed, McCreary, Darrell Baker, all there ahead of him, but gives him a chance to learn. You know, I mean, we got Jarvis in the 5th, so
yeah.
Now Marcus in the 6th, can't be mad at that. And then I really like this pick and Khalil Mullings from Michigan, the linebacker turned running back this year.
Yeah,
6'2", 240, like kind of built like Derrick Henry. Obviously, he's not Derrick, but like gives you what this team is missing in a running back.
We needed a little bit bigger body out there, man.
But you know what you love about having
and Pollard and stuff, but you needed something else back there, man.
6'1", 226. Yeah.
We needed a bigger body at running back there for sure.
You know what you love about that guy who's, like I said, was a linebacker and then turned running back last year is that he's probably be a beast on special teams. So your third running back is going to be he could probably, what they call a core 4 guy who does kickoff, kick return, punt and punt return. He could do all 4.
Yeah.
Core 4
piece. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
it's good for him because you have a lot of opportunities to remain on the roster there. So that's good for him, man.
Since we're
overall, I think we made some improvements though to the roster.
Yeah.
I think it's the best draft we've had as a complete draft, as a complete whole. I think it was great. So I was happy with it.
Felt value at every pick.
Years past, yeah.
I did want to play, since before we get into the UDFAs, I wanted to bring up this video of Todd McShay talking about our draft. Just because Titans drafted, it's kind of a short, so it's going to look a little different this time, but drafted all of Todd's guys.
One of my favorite draft classes in the entire draft. They just took all my guys. That's my guy. And then the next, that's my guy. Who took him? Oh, Tennessee. Cam Ward was the obvious, but beyond that, Femi Oladejo.
Your guy, your darling. Yeah.
Transfer from, Cal to UCLA, off the ball linebacker to edge, explosive.
During the year, by the way.
Powerful.
Not like, a year ago he made the switch. It was this year during the season that he made the switch.
It's Kevin Winston. I got done with him. I had to go back to 2023 tape because the injury this year. I love Kevin Winston and where they got him in the 3rd round, too. I thought he was the second best.
No way
third
if he's
best
healthy,
safety.
he goes there. No way if he's healthy.
No. He's going ahead of him in Warrior, I think. Chimere Dike. the deep crosser guy,
The king of the crosser.
4.3, 4 speed, whatever it was. Then Gunnar Helm, my Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
Traits for nothing. This guy just gets open and makes plays. And then Alec Iomanner, where they got him.
Love where they got him.
Kalel Mullings.
Late. I think that's
Late.
about where he should
It
go.
should be where he goes, but that's a flyer pick on a back who went from linebacker to running back and is just learning the position, but he's a big son of a gun.
Mm-hmm.
I like this draft a lot. One of my favorite.
Yeah, I like that. So I just wanted to share that. But yeah, to get into, we already
Todd's
brought up.
always been pretty fair to the Titans, though. I mean, he's always kind of been. I think he's been one of the more fair voices out there. Which I'll get to Mel Kiper later.
They signed 17 undrafted free agents after the draft. I'll go ahead and share because I haven't pulled up. First, Brandon Crishaw Dixon, Florida. I think this is a really good pick, honestly. They put out a lot of money to get him, and I think he has a real shot at making this roster to be behind Latham and Moore as a backup swing tackle. So
and that's another
definitely
kind of need that we need as well as a swing tackle. That's another thing that we talked about
just depth
a couple months ago.
I mean, a lot of these guys are going to be camp bodies. Isaiah Rakes from Auburn, he got some pretty good amount of money too. But and they've talked about it over and over again how they want to build through the draft, build the trenches. I mean, as much as possible. So another D-line guy that could potentially make the team. Clarence
This was a trench heavy draft in general, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One of the things we talked about going in is that it was just pick after pick was in the trenches on both sides, man. It was crazy.
What's nice about that is that some of the guys who maybe typically wouldn't fall out of the draft do fall out of the draft, and that's why they're getting maybe a little bit more money.
Yeah,
as a UDFA.
As well, before we go, we should pull up as well. Have you seen Delaney Walker? There's a short video. He predicted exactly how the Shedeur Sanders thing would go.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he called him to go around the 5th round, and he was on the money. That wasn't the only thing he predicted, right? Too. But anyway,
Clarence Lewis. I mean, I think this is kind of a camp body. You got a lot of depth in that safety room now. Everybody's favorite UDFA though is Xavier Restrepo. I think just given a guy that Cam is comfortable with, can't go wrong. I think he has a real chance of making this roster, and not even just because of his connection with Cam, but like he's a good player. He's a good player. Don't let that 40 time fool you.
Yeah, and if he comes in and I don't mean to hark on him again or anything, but you don't never know what happens with cuts and stuff. There's a lot of time to go until the first snap of the season, man. So
yeah,
I mean, all the wide receivers that are there now ain't going to be there. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if someone like a Traylon gets cut, man.
Absolutely, or maybe even traded for 6th or 7th round pick.
So we got a lot of NFL business to go before we're done with this thing.
But Devontae O'Malley, I think that's you kind of get to that point where in these UDFAs you're also just looking at traits. I think this is a traits guy. Like I said, super athletic. 4.95 at 284 pounds is wild. So he has traits. He's going to have a work cut out for him because that D-line is deep. But, I mean, could he go out there and beat out a Coburn? Maybe, Micah Bernard, Utah running back. Once again, going to have his work cut out with that's a camp body, I feel like. Once you have Tajay and Tony and Mullins, and you still have Chestnut there. But,
And a lot of these guys are still kind of competing just
Chestnut had his work cut out for him at one point, and look where he's at now. So
yeah, they're gonna. I mean, these guys are. A lot of them are, hoping to make practice squads, or, most of these guys aren't going to be on the team. Just so any casual NFL or Titans fans, just so they know, these aren't guys that you're going to see suited up a whole lot, and some of them slip through sometimes. That's the thing. That's why they sign them.
Yeah,
and give them a shot. So
you
never know. You could see some of these names, but I wouldn't. It's not like you're going to expect to see all these names on.
A couple corners got invited. Jalen Kimber, and Garrett Garnett Hollis, who's actually a Nashville native, it says here. So that's cool. One guy who I think who has a real shot at making this team is I'm gonna butcher that name, but David Binda. I'm not sure if the G is silent. That looks Binda from Texas. I mean, this is a really young linebacker class, and he was a beast at Texas. So I think he's kind of undersized, if I remember correctly. But I think he has a real shot at making this roster, even as a special teams contributor. I mean, and then Desmond Evans, DN, North Carolina. I'm not
he
sure
broke
if
out this year, didn't he?
Yeah, broke out North Carolina, five sacks and 10 tackles for loss. Former 5-star recruit. So I mean, obviously there's some potential. I'm not sure if D end or edge is the right there. I don't know if he'd be on a
I don't know.
3-4 or not. Another corner, couple more corners. Jamari Harris.
Ooh, we got a guy out of Memphis.
And another Davian Ross, which 6 secondary people are coming to camp this year. So that's pretty cool. And looks like a lot of corners and a lot of defensive line. So hopefully they're seeing something in these guys. And then another center and another safety. So Jaron Thompson and Caden Moore. So a lot of D-line, a lot of secondary for coming to camp to try out in this rookie mini camp. Which rookie mini camp start, and there's be a few more that I think come on just trial basis that don't technically sign a contract before they get there. Coming in May 8th is the day they get there. They come in on May 8th. So Thursday, you might see about pushing the show back a couple days so we can report on that a little bit. Report. That's not going to talk about that. We don't report on anything, but talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, and just a real quick note as well. Titans awarded Titus Leo and Mark Perry off waivers.
Yeah. You're going to see a lot of that.
Or, excuse me, outside linebacker Titus Leo and defensive back Mark Perry, just to be more clear.
You're going to see a lot of Titans claim just because depth is always going to be a big thing, and they're going to be number one on the waiver wire till week 3 of the season.
Till week 3, right? So that's a good thing for any of you.
So even when the
well
cuts
versed in NFL lingo and stuff.
Yeah, when anybody who gets cut that meets a certain requirement,
we get first
dibs.
That's in layman's terms.
Yeah, we call dibs. We got shotgun on all these guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we did a good job though, man. I was proud. I was happy. I think with the new management and stuff, I'm pleased. I was ticked off, at the firing of Rand Carthon, to be quite honest. I came on here and was not happy. I hate the lack of congruence that this team has had in the management and the offices over the years. But I like what the direction looks like it's going, man. I like Borgonzi. I like Brinker. And I don't dislike Callahan, man. I think he was given a bad hand. Will Levis was a tough situation, man. So
yeah, for sure. But I just want to go through the rookie numbers, and I'm gonna do them numerically because that's how they're listed here. Cam Ward is going to be number 1.
When you say numbers, elaborate. What do you mean numbers? You mean like the jersey numbers?
The jersey numbers, yeah,
right.
Jersey numbers. So I'm sure we've all saw Cam Ward in the Warren Moon, where Warren Moon came and blessed him with the number. So Cam Ward, number 1. Get your Cam Ward jerseys now, and it's going to have a number 1 on it.
Absolutely.
Next is going to be number 5, and that's going to be for Alec Aomanor. However you say his last name. So number 5, I think Drake London is the other receiver that wears number 5. Next number in numeric order, 17, and that's going to be wide receiver Chimere DK. So, a lot of the receivers have gone to wearing those numbers in the team.
Yeah, the single digits and stuff like that.
Yeah. This is a cool one. Kevin Winston Jr. is going to be number 23. Another famous safety for the Titans wore 23. Blaine Bishop, the hitman.
Yep. Blaine Bishop was awesome, man. I still love listening to him to this day.
Cornerback Marcus Harris will be number 26. And then running back Khalil Mullings, rocking the 28, which used to be rocked by Chris Johnson. So 28 for Khalil Mullins. I'm not sure. Has anybody worn 28 since Chris Johnson?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that's wild. Another big number, like for like the history of Titans fans. Oluwafemi Oladejo, number 53.
Oh yeah, Keith Bullock, man.
Keith Bullock, man. Cable. Jackson Slater will be rocking number 64.
We might need to think
lineman.
about retiring that number one day, man. Keith Bullock's one of those you think of.
Absolutely.
Can't retire too many numbers, though. You're going to run out of numbers.
I know that's the hard part, right? But last but not least, Gunnar Helm will be rocking a number 84.
That's interesting. I've not seen 84 on the Titans too much.
I'm trying to think. Corey Davis.
There's not one that sticks out. Was Mariani 84?
He was 83.
Was he?
No, it was
Yancey Thigpen was 83. What year was he? 88.
88. I know Corey Davis was 84. And then I think
Corey was 84. That's right.
Mariani was 81. Ben Troop was 84. That's a throwback.
Yeah. Oh, good grief. Let's see. Nick Van Nett.
Oh, well, of course. Why is it not retired? Nick Van Nett wore it. Yeah, Ben Troop, 84.
Titans player wearing 84 is Nick Van Nett. So I guess that'll change.
83 for Mary. 87. 87 for Mariani.
Oh, okay.
Well, he has 83 and 87.
Kevin Dyson then.
I see him wearing 83 and 87. Throws me
Well,
off.
okay. I thought I remember him wearing 83.
Whatever. But yeah, Corey Davis is the most recent that I remember.
That's the only one I can think of. It says Nick Van Nett's the current Titans 84, so I guess that's
Nick Van Nett's not even on the team anymore, so they're stupid.
Yeah. I don't know why Google people think they know everything.
Yeah, I mean,
that's hilarious.
Did you want me to pull up that Delaney Walker video? I don't have it.
You can find it quickly. We can wait till next week if you want to. It's not crucial. If you find it quickly, it's no big deal.
Did you want it to be a part of your thing? Because I mean, we're coming close to the end here.
No. I've got that reserved. We can wait till next week.
Okay, I'll pull it up next week.
I'll jot it down in the notes.
Heck yeah. Okay. All right. Well, covering the draft, the UDFAs. Anything else you want to talk to before we get into our final bite?
No, I think we covered it. It's going to be up and down for the news in the next few months.
Yeah,
man, so.
For sure. What to find? I know.
Draft day's come and gone. Free agency's come and gone. So now it's.
We didn't even mention this at the beginning of the show, but shout out Curtis Podcast Network.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, and tighten up
Curtis,
the and all that
reason,
stuff.
The reason I bring it up is Curtis asked us to pull up like 25 greatest Titans. And I think only Titans since the AFC South was formed. Because we're gonna end up doing an all-time AFC South team over on the other podcast. But he's gonna take everybody's top 25 and put them in a group, and then come up with a best roster starting lineup for the AFC South of all time.
Now it's the best ever, or like our favorites.
The best, most talented.
Okay.
So
it's gonna be a tough list, man.
Bruce Matthews.
I mean, he's got to be up there, right? I mean, he was on the tail
top
end of his
3,
career,
if not one. But
he's just such a legend. He wore a Titans uniform, and he was a legend, dude. So he's on there for me, man.
If I'm just yelling at the top 5 out of my head,
we were kids, man. He was so huge, man. He was just massive.
Bruce, McNair, Eddie, Keith Bullock, and
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and the Javon
Eddie George.
Right outside the top 5, yeah. We'll have to get down and figure it out, though.
What about Kevin Carter? Does he count?
I mean, he played here. Yeah. Kyle Vandenbosch.
You remember Kenny Holmes?
Kenny Holmes fan back. Dude, I like Kenny. Dude, this
Josh
is
Evans.
just random. Do you remember when we used to play NFL Fever on the original Xbox? It was
get 53 sacks in a season.
Me, you, and our cousin. We figured out how to like nano blitz the computer.
Yeah,
we would move one defensive lineman half a step this way, another half a step, and
we were farming sacks with Randall Godfrey.
I was going to say Peter Sermon, but it was Randall Godfrey.
53 sacks in a season with Randall Godfrey.
Just right up the middle every time. We knew exactly
it was called
where to move.
a wash blitz.
Yeah, one of us we would take turns for controlling Randall Godfrey because we wanted to
Yeah. Put two
NFL
people up there on the
fever
front of the line.
and move them like wherever they
Yeah,
lined up. You had to
their
move them like
AI
half a
was not
step.
good on assisting in blocks, man. There was no
No,
block assists
or
on there, man.
adjustments.
They didn't help their anything, man. There was no, it was terrible.
Randall Godfrey was a goat in that game, bro.
That was a fun game, man. I had a lot of that was my first
NFL game.
fiesta in like online football. I used to
Yeah.
play with people online. That's when you could do the voice mask on the Xbox and make your
Yep.
voice sound real crazy.
Oh man, good times. Well, on that note, let's get to our final bite.
All right. My final bite is, I guess, it's just for the media and this whole like Shedeur Sanders. I don't curse much on this thing, man, but shitstorm is what I'm going to call it. Okay, I reserve curse word because it's ticked me off now. I'm tired of the race and skin color thing being brought into it. Anybody that's done that, Ryan Clark, Mel Kiper, Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, any of you guys, shame on you. And I don't care how much bigger you are than me. Shame on you because you do more damage to race relations and things like that in this country when you spout nonsense like that over an NFL draft where I think 27 of the first 32 players or something that got drafted were black. So no, the NFL owners and all these people that create these jobs and pay these millions of dollars, they're not racist. Okay. So maybe he should have performed a little bit better in his interview. Maybe his daddy shouldn't have come out and basically said that he was going to dictate how this draft was going to go. Okay. And maybe he shouldn't have come out and said that there's teams they weren't going to go to. And I don't care about all the comparisons to Manning. I don't agree with that either. The Eli Manning situation. I don't agree with that. So I don't care. I'm done with it, man. You ruined Cam Ward's moment by making it all about Shedeur Sanders the whole damn time. And shame on you. You spent the whole freaking weekend talking about a 5th-round draft pick who we're not even sure is going to make the team at this point. And I'm sure everybody's going to be racist when he doesn't, though. So I'm going to cut it there before I go off snapping a little bit more because I've about had enough of that nonsense.
What up? I got
so
a Predators logo in there. Someone said that. I got a couple Packers people in here, though.
I like cheese. Not on my head, though.
We got some haters in here. Everybody
hate away. Hate away.
Same person. Colts better. Jags better. Texans better. Packers, man, the haters.
Hey,
the haters.
Hate away, man. If that's how you want to spend your time and your energy, that's on you, pal.
My final bite is going to be on just patience. We're all super excited about Cam Ward.
Quit talking about Super Bowls and stuff, please.
Yeah.
I'm already hearing.
I'm just trolling. Yeah, we love the trolling here. We
I know, man. You're welcome to do it.
Yeah, come on, man. But yeah, all the Patrick Mahomes comparisons and stuff like that, like. Patience.
Yeah, I wish they'd cool that out too, man. I've already seen it. How many Super Bowls has he got to win in 5 years? I'm like, dude, just shut the hell up, man.
Yeah, calm down a little bit.
Stop all that. He's got a lot of developing to do here, man. So
we all love the pick. Except for all, I'd say 99% of the Titans fans love the pick. But give him some patience.
I love the draft, man. I think I was happy with the whole thing for the first time in my life.
He's negative a lot. I'm the more positive one out of the two of us.
Somewhat. About the Titans, yeah.
About the Titans, that's what I mean. Just Titans in particular. Other stuff, I'm probably just more. But I
probably am. I mean, dude, a lot of years, man, of losing. That's how you become a little pessimistic over some years, man. That dang Bengals game really did me in.
Yeah, that's a setback.
I still wake up in a cold sweat. Think about the Bengals, them Cincinnati Bengals.
But
I woke up in a cold sweat thinking of orange and black stripes.
All right. Well, on that note, I think that we'll end us here. We'll be back. Like I said, I'm going to try to push next week's back maybe to the weekend so we can talk more about what happened at rookie minicamp.
Yeah. Real quick, check out Cam Ward's YouTube channel and stuff too, man. It's really fun.
Oh yeah, he had a really cool video of him draft day and stuff like that. So I watched that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Xavier Restrepo is on Twitch streaming Fortnite all the time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Some of his little short. I'm catching little videos of Cam Ward on. I'm not a Fortnite guy or anything. I don't play it or anything. You know, I tried. I'm no good. I guess I'm getting a little older or something. I don't know. I can some of these video games whoop my butt.
I just like my mini golf.
I do. I'm gonna play it here in a little bit, man. Raptor Cliffs just came out tonight.
Raptor Cliff sounds fun.
Yeah, Jurassic Park style or something. I played the first 5 holes just to test it for a couple minutes, but yeah, I played Dead by Daylight and mini golf, man. So any of y'all out on that, man, drop your gamer tag.
Let me know. All right.
Driving tonight, I'll catch a Michael Myers or a Freddy, man. Kick their butt.
Well, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, all that good stuff. Shout out CPN. And I'm about to actually jump on the AFC South show in 20 minutes.
Yeah, and selfishly, man, I'm gonna plug my Russellmania channel, man. It's Russell as in the last name, Russell Mania. I think you can find it with the tag Russellmania 19, the number 19. Yeah, I've just started that, doing a lot of wrestling stuff. So I know there's a lot of football fans that are also wrestling fans.
Yeah, go check that out.
Come over there. Yeah, having a lot of fun doing that. So I'm going to be actually collaborating, I think, with the CPN network. They have a wrestling show as well. I think I'm going to collaborate with them a little bit and stuff here in the future. So shout out to Curtis Podcast Network for that as well. So we'll be talking to them guys as well.
All right. Well, on that note,
thanks on Cam Ward, man.
Yeah,
Big paycheck he just got.
That signing bonus. He's going to take us out like it's his rookie dinner.
All right.
Tighten up.
Peace, guys.